I promise this is going to be the last episode. I really do mean that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. My name is Ron. Once again, welcome to CMP, Canadian Maker Project. The idea of this episode is to draw one more final light on the 3D printing board game stuff I've been talking about. And it's actually just this is more traveling from gray to illegal, but I'm going to talk about it, give you my thoughts. And honestly, if there's a copyright lawyer out there, please chime in. I want to make sure that everything is right on this. Comment down below. And remember, everybody, if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So let's just jump into this. Let's just jump into this. And I mean, I've done a lot of research, and I was not able to find the answer to this. So that's why I'm reaching out to you copyright lawyers. If you're out there throwing your 2 cents, I would greatly appreciate it. So anyways, let's get into this. I've done a lot of episodes about 3D printing and the idea of printing it for yourself. And, sure, printing it for yourself, I don't want to say it's illegal, but really, I mean, if I break a game board piece, I want the ability to reprint it out. I mean, I have the technology. I should be able to just print it out for my own use. And I find that perfectly normal. Fan art is kind of like a gray area where fans do designs and draw their favorite characters, and that's considered fan art. Now, comparing that to, say, a 3D printed object, I'm not 100% sure if that's considered fan art too, but I would classify it in that area. I mean, I see lots of works being put out there on the net. Pay $4 and you can own the STL and be able to print it yourself. I have no problem with that. I really don't. But what I do have a problem is that that's what I consider gray area. Printing a part for yourself from a board game that you might have broke, I consider okay, fine. But then we come but that's a lot of gray area. I'm really, how many people are going to go after you, but printing an accessory for your game is not considered a gray area from my knowledge, but it could be. That's why I'm asking copyright lawyers, jump in if you can. The other side of this is, it's really hard to explain this because I couldn't find any information, so I consider it gray. Printing pieces and then selling them online for a board game could be considered a gray area, depending on if it's copyrighted or not, or has a trademark stamped on it. There are fines that can reach out to $200 to $500 if you infringe on a trademark, but can be millions of dollars if you expend on a copyright. It's just something to think about. I mean, I've seen this before where I've met some people that have actually printed out their own parts for a game to copy the whole game with 3D printed parts because all it required was a few parts. A character, a tile, and boom, you got your game right there. All you need to buy is a dice, and you can buy dice anywhere. Any place will sell you a 20-sided dice, 4-sided dice, 8-sided dice, whatever dice you need, you can get it. But when you copy a whole board game and you're copying the dice and you don't own the game, that's copyright. I'm sorry. That's copying a game. Now, if the game is in what I like to call is I believe it is called open source, or it's no longer can be copyrighted. It falls under fair use or something like that. I can't remember the exact term. That's why I call it copyright lawyers. And if you happen to know the term I'm looking for, please comment down below. But it made me think about it. I went, well, if you're copying the whole game, aren't you just breaking the law anyways? Because all you needed was the tiles, a character, and you designed it, and you put it out there on the net for people to download and print. You're breaking the law in a lot of cases. And I think anyone that's making a copy of that, is they breaking the law? Maybe. But it's the dark side of board gaming that I didn't really want to get into this, but I thought to myself, well, if I'm covering, building insertments for your games and that type of stuff, and I'm adding value, I figured maybe we should talk about the dark side of the gaming aspect ratio. Yeah, this is getting dark, and I do agree. I'm on two sides here. Yes, we should be able to print our games and the pieces that we need for it, but on the same side, copying the game just doesn't feel right. I feel like if I own a legal copy, like say if I own a copy of Galaxy Truckers, which you can see up there, I own a copy of the game, and I happen to lose a whole bunch of pieces for it. They just didn't survive, or something happened to them, or they fell apart and I couldn't put them back together. I should have the ability to reprint those pieces. If I have the filament, I'm allowed to reprint them for my own personal use. Now, if, say, some guy goes, well, I found the whole Galaxy Trucker information up online, I'm just going to print it all out. Well, that's kind of copying the game because the game is up there. You can legally buy it. But you decided to copy it because you wanted the game and you did not want to pay for the parts for it. That, I feel, is copying. I kind of lean in the part where, if you can afford the game, just go out and buy it. I don't see why you have to copy every piece of it. And I think that's the dark side of gaming that we don't talk about much. Yeah, if it's open source, it's open on the net, you can download all the pieces you need for it. You're not breaking any copyright laws, and fine. I'm all for it. More power to the people that make their own copies of the game. But when your game is copyrighted, this means it has a stamp, it's been copyrighted, people paid thousands of monies to get this all done, and you blatantly just copy the pieces and make them for yourself and put them out on the net for everyone else to do, you, my friend, are breaking the copyright law, you're causing headaches, and we see less board games being made. Or we see lawsuits come out, and then we never see the game ever come out, or we don't see a new game come out because they're too busy with the lawyers, paying money to those lawyers to get their rights back because somebody thought, hey, I want a copy of the game, but I don't want to pay the money for it. There is that dark side of the 3D printing and board game area that I just wanted to tap into and give my 2 cents. I personally don't like it. But I wanted to get this last episode out there just to say, hey, I know I talked about the good, I talked about the timing it takes to set up a board game and just showed you, yeah, printing those board pieces are helpful. They help a person set up a game. But I wanted that to be out there so you guys can go, he didn't talk about that, but I figured I needed to talk about it just to finish it all off. Anyways, guys, just to let you know, we set up Patreon. Patreon's available for you. But I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying it's there. I'm going to be starting a new show. That is official. We are going to be starting to I'm going to make a few contacts later this month and hopefully get the show up and going. Yeah, I hope to have 3 shows. It's going to be once a month. It's going to come out. Patreons are going to get it first. That's just the way it's going to be now. Any of the episodes that I do like this, that are just me talking, Patreon, then a week later off to the World Wide Web of YouTube for everyone to watch. I am going to be at a show. I am going to be at Hamilton Mini Maker Faire. That is happening on the 25th of August. So if you're in the Canadian area, Ontario, I should say, and you can make it down to Hamilton, love to see you guys there. Just tap me on the shoulder, say, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I watch your show, and I'll be more than happy enough to shake your hand. I'm also going to have these on me, my Maker coins. I got a whole bunch more to print. So if you see me, tap me on the back, say hi. Hopefully we can get some footage from there, and I'm hoping to get maybe an episode or 2 from it so we can get those out to you guys right away so you guys can watch it and enjoy it. But all in all, that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching. Once again, hit the subscribe button if you want to be informed what's going on. Also, hit the like button. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day, and have fun printing.